Okay, we back.
And you got the moves. You know what I'm saying? See? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, thanks everybody for their patience.
Oh,
We're gonna ask the board if we have a motion to reconvene this meeting. Got a motion from trustee Belcher, second from trustee Norwood. Deputy clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Present. Trustee Stanley Brown.
Here.
Trustee Norwood.
aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Holmes is absent. Quorum is established.
Okay, we will, so as the time is, what do we got? 7:06. Okay, Mayor Henry still not present, so we will continue with this meeting, beginning with the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'll ask all that we stand and face the flag for Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'll ask trustee Stan Brown if he can lead us in prayer.
Y'all like, share, and subscribe this video.
He
We
that
back.
dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. I say of the Lord, He is our refuge and our fortress. My God, in Him we will trust. Surely He shall deliver us from the snares of the fallen, and from the noisome pestilence. I ask for the blessings, Lord, of the past and the present and for the future. I say, brothers and sisters, let's wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and He will strengthen our hearts. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, next we have our public comments. So we'll ask anybody that has comments for this body, please come up to the podium. We have 3 minutes, and I will give gentle reminders along the way.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. All right. I just want to say, I talked to, is she still here? Cassandra? She's not here, okay. I asked her a simple question, which she could not answer. And unfortunately, I got the runaround. I wish she was here. I got a spiel. She couldn't answer my question, but she wanted to overtalk me. And I asked her, can you just answer my question? What is it that you believe these trustees have done wrong? Because you keep saying that they're crooked, they've done something wrong, but you are not telling me anything. She cuts me off again. She can't give me an answer. So I politely say, okay, you want to talk over me, you want to answer my question. You're doing a hit on me. What did I say that for? The lady called me a little girl, told me basically to get a life. So anybody that's running, that's a candidate for the mayor, you would think that person would want to address your question, give you an answer. You would think that person would want you to know what their platform is instead of being combative with them. I have high anxiety, and that woman is causing the same anxiety as the outgoing mayor, and I can't deal with nobody like that. So, that's all I had to say, people. I'm sorry. I had to get that out because I still have anxiety. So, thank you all for listening. I love my trustees. Soon to be mayor.
That's right.
Good evening, my Dolton neighbors, our acting mayor and trustees. I have a concern, I know it won't be solved tonight, but about my water bill. The current one I got has no previous consumption, no current, and an amount. I went back, this is not the first time, because I had another bill, the same thing, it's identical. Well, I won't say it's identical, because one of the prior bill from 2024 is for the same period, same amount. So now, I want to know where these figures came from. If there's no consumption on there, on the current bill I have, where did you get the numbers from? Also, has it identical to a year ago? So I brought copies. I want it to go on record that I am questioning the bill that I have now. I'm going to submit copies to the village for them to take a look and explain to me first how these numbers came about. Secondly, to make a correction, because I know there has to be a correction in the bill. I'm not paying anything until I get an explanation. I can't remember offhand, I think the due date is March 17th for payment of my water bill. But nothing's going to get paid until I get an answer and until I get a correction in my water bill. I'm sick of this. Like I said, this is the second time I paid the other one that I got that was the same date. I also ran across another period. I didn't bring that for an identical period a year before that. So I just want that to be known, and I'm going to submit copies or whatever I see, I guess to the trustees or whatever.
Okay, and Ms. Barber, if I can, because we definitely do not want you to pay anything until you get an explanation, would you be able to give a copy to the administrator in the back?
Yes, yes.
Good evening. My name is Beth. I am a resident of the village of Dolton. I am standing in strength and in faith that the issue regarding Andrew Holmes will be dealt with in a very fair manner that has not occurred yet. There has been some court issues involving Andrew Holmes, and I am asking tonight, as a survivor who has survived, and I'm standing with Fania Dukes, who is also a survivor. I'm standing in strength, and I'm asking Andrew Holmes to resign his position as trustee of the village of Dolton.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to first congratulate Clean House in this slate, but also, I really want to take the time to point out a few people that were so instrumental. And I know that the slate, they do it every chance they get, but for the first board meeting post-election, I just want to shout out Sherry Britton, Thelma Price, Dan Lee, Beth McBride, Babe Solo, just everyone that really had a hand in this race. It couldn't have been done without all of you and me. I volunteered a little bit too. But the outcome, the whole feeling that I have right now is just completely different. It's relaxed, it's just different. And it was so refreshing to have this young lady who was on here before me talk about her water bill. That's refreshing. That's what these board meetings used to be like. So to get back to that, even that sense of normalcy is a victory. Stan Brown, I want to talk about Stan because Stan, I love Stan, y'all. I don't care what has transpired. Stan is trying to do the right thing, and you have to support people when they're trying to do the right thing, no matter what. We've all fallen short, but Stan is here, he shows up. Look who's not here. Those are the ones you need to be worried about, the ones that aren't showing up or that are afraid to show up. So Stan, the man, Step and Stan, we are good, and I just want you to know that, and I'm just excited about this slate and moving forward. We're not done yet. We do have another election cycle. Thank you for the young lady that spoke about the other candidate. I've also tried to just approach her very diplomatically, just to kind of get her opinion. And I was met with disdain, I guess is the best word, not towards me, but towards the administration that she would ultimately have to work with. So, be very calculated in your decision-making. Please get involved and stay involved. Tea with the trustees last time was great. Looks like this meeting, and I don't know if it's because people were expecting that Tiffany wouldn't be here, but, stay involved. She's not the reason why, you guys need to be here. It's so much bigger than that. But please continue to stay involved. Come to the meetings. If you can't make it to the meetings, come with Tea with the trustees and get to know your board. Get to know, what they want to do, what they're doing, and how you can help. So that's all I want to say. Clean house, and thank you, everybody, including me.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? All right. I'm going to put this down where I can really speak. I wrote what I had to say down. I was very inspired this morning doing my meditation to share this with you. Can you hear me? Yes. All right. Giving glory and honor to God first, and then to our newly elected, mayor, the trustees and staff, and everyone at the sound of my voice. Now, it was said, it was said by the beloved Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. It was said by the beloved Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. that people will be judged by their character. He also said the true measure of a man is not how he behaves in moments of comfort and convenience, but how he stands at times of controversy and challenges. I applaud Mayor Pro Tem Jason House for being that man of character. Give him a hand, everybody. Now I want to say the slogan of choice for this administration's campaign, Clean House, is very timely. Many women here and some men may know about what cleaning a house really means. Now, all clutter, garbage, and unnecessary items must go. Am I right? Yes. All right. So moving forward, let us begin our clean house by throwing away all unforgiveness, bitterness, and resentment, so that the village hall or wherever we may meet will have the sweet smelling fragrance of peace, love, respect, and unity. Now let us not esteem past discrepancies, unlawful actions, and unwise leadership. Let us move forward with hearts of understanding that vengeance belongs to God, and He takes care of our enemies in His way and His time. Let us believe that the atmosphere has shifted and the light is shining brightly over Dolton. Now, let us breathe in hope, transparency, prosperity, and faith that we can do whatever it takes in Jesus' name. All right, now to make Dolton rise again, healing and restoration will come. I pray that cleaning house will mean our new administration will intentionally operate in the spirit of unity. Be covenant keepers by holding fast to the promises and vision you made towards yourselves, each other, and the people you serve. But last but not least, remember that even the smallest accomplishments we make, that God alone receives the glory.
Good evening. My name is Ethel Wilkins, and I have been a resident of Dolton for 30 years. Working, I couldn't attend these meetings because I did what? I worked 12 hours a day. Since retiring, I've making my business to try to come in to the community meetings and now to this village meeting. Business at hand, St. Patrick's Restaurant, 15022 South Lincoln. Is that business supposed to be open?
No, the business is not currently open. They've had a few invite-only events, but they are not currently open for business. Additionally, I will add that they will be present at tea with the trustees to have further discussion with the community about their intentions of everything from parking to the street patrol to safety, that information that the community deserves to know.
Because there's many things that need to be addressed. And I'm not gonna bring them up here, but for the safety, I live in that neighborhood. And it has changed. Some for the better, some not. But you can tell when garbage day is, because when the cans are overfilled and that wind blows, it's all up and down the streets. But notwithstanding that, there have been many events taking place there. You're not talking about the soccer dome, because now they own that. But there needs to be something done, and hopefully the Saturday we'll get some information. But until that's done, I don't think that parking lot should be filled, nor those floors with people partaking in a visit for business, because it is business. And back to the meter reading, I haven't seen a meter reader about 2 years now, since the young man retired that was my meter reader for 30 years. They don't come around anymore. And you know when they come around because they leave a notice, a card, a yellow card. There isn't any cards, haven't seen a card in 2 years. But I continue to do the best I can to call in and work with the system. I thank you.
Well, thank you for the comment, and I will also share the water department. Well, there's numerous concerns that the village is facing, and the water department is high up there on one of them. So the meter readers, we do understand that there's far more estimated readings and actual readings not being done, and that is going to be that's going to be I don't want to say a challenge. That's going to be a task that we have to tackle, and we will.
Good evening, everyone. And I hope you all feel like I feel, like a fresh breeze is blown to this village of Dolton. Yes. Now, I know it's tempting, because I think I said before, we want to put the current administration in our rearview mirror. But what we have to do is resist the impulse to throw the car in reverse and stomp on the gas. Okay? Let's move forward, put this behind us, let law enforcement take care of that business. That is not our place right now, and we don't have the means to really deal with all these legal issues. So I know we all like to play Perry Mason and so forth, but the process does have to play out whether we like it or not. And as far as the water bill situation, I was also down at Village Hall today also, and I've been there before. And I do have some advice for some people that are having this problem with the estimated bills, because this was told to me by one of the employees down there. You can request a scheduled reading for your meter. You can do that. She suggested I do that in the last period, and I did receive a credit, and those estimated bills are off. And so, if you really want to take care of that business, just make sure you request. You got to request that reading, and they will come to your house at a designated time, and then you can get current on at least the last year or two. I can't really say how far back they go, but that is one way of dealing with that. And hopefully, sometime at some point during the next, couple of months and so forth, we can get this permit situation straightened out. We have business permit issues, we have building permit issues, and those impact both the businesses and the residents. That's how you grow when you grow businesses. And right now, they're being stifled. Because of lack of staff, we have to hire some professionals to come in here and undo all the things that have been mishandled by the current administration. And it's not going to happen overnight, but it has to get done. So hopefully as we move forward, we can put some of this stuff behind us. I know it is tempting because a lot of us have a lot of pent-up anger. But right now, we just have to be strategic with this.
My name is Rabbi Michael Ben Yosef, human rights activist in Chicago. Congratulations to the City Council and the new administration is coming forward to Dolton. The cloud has hovered over the city for over 4 years now. It is now over. To the candidates and all those running, tonight is a perfect night to show leadership, commitment, and willingness to listen. Alexis Wilson was murdered by Officer Perez in 2021 for simply being a young black woman, a young black female. Her life mattered and will always matter. No matter what we do, her soul now rests and her memory is left for those who mourn for her. Her mother, Cara, her father, Alonzo, and all of her family love her. Will the family of Alexis Wilson please stand? Tonight, I want to propose before the candidates and the trustees and all who is running for office that it's now time to rename the street of Sibley, 147th Street, after the name of Alexis Wilson. To name it Alexis Wilson Boulevard. Why is this important to do? The life of Alexis Wilson put this city of Dolton on the map. The life of Alexis was the beginning that exposed the disgraceful Mayor Tiffany Henry. It is the life of Alexis, whose life was taken and now is now a new beginning for you that you're now enduring. I hear the slogan, clean the house. You cannot clean the house until the name of Alexis is respected and honored this way. With what I am proposing, this city owes this family to submit the name of Alexis in our own street named after her, so everyone can remember her name, and that everyone will remember the tragedy, that everyone will remember the cloud that you all endured, that was because of Alexis that you're now enjoying today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, I just wanted to come on here real quick. Number one, to say 88%. I don't know if y'all remember that she was saying that she was gonna win by a landslide, but her 82% versus his 88%, not to mention the trustees' landslide, as well as the clerk's landslide on all of her slate. We just want to, number one, give them another kudos and congratulations for taking our village back. Number two, I'm so glad that she didn't show up today and interrupt this peaceful meeting and the way that things are going. I'm super glad that Cassandra Hobson Jordan, the plant, yes, I call her that, she has left the building because she has been nothing but a distraction. I just want everybody to realize that stop entertaining her, right? We already know that she's not even probably gonna get 12% of the votes that Tiffany Henry originally got. So we just gotta keep moving forward. We gotta make sure that we get back out to the polls because like she said, Jason House is not the mayor just yet, right? That was just to knock Tiffany Henry off the ballot. But we still have a very important election coming up when it comes to the village of Dolton and when it comes to Thornton Township. So we have to make sure that we are still going to those polls. I believe early voting starts March 17th, and April 1st is the actual election day for that. So we're not there just yet. We're almost there. But we have to make sure that this next election, that he come in on a bigger landslide than 88%. So we have to make sure that we are staying focused, staying the course, and we just have to thank everybody that have helped with this movement, with this Clean House 2025, because we got this. We are definitely taking our village back,
And I just want to make sure that everybody remember that you still have to get out there again and vote April 1st. March 17th is early voting, so we got this Clean House 2025. Thank you, guys. And justice for Alexis Wilson. She definitely is the reason why a lot of this has started. And people have to understand her story in order to understand why we need her memory inside of the village of Dolton. I don't know exactly how, you guys can come up with something for a tribute for her, but she definitely deserves to be to have a memory in the village of Dolton. Thank you.
Okay, that will conclude citizens' comments. I want to thank everybody for the thoughtful comments today. Next, we'll go on to general announcements. Any board members have announcements at this time? Okay, Trustee Tammy Brown.
Good evening, everyone. I have 2 announcements to make this evening. This Saturday, Tea with the Trustees. This Saturday, 9:30, in the same exact room, Tea with the Trustees. Awesome turnout last month, great time. It's the time for the residents to come out and tell us what you want to see done and to happen, and for us to exchange ideas as to how we're gonna move this village forward. So it's an awesome time, 9:30, networking, fellowship. We have an awesome time and an awesome turnout last month. So please, let's do even better this month in the same exact room this coming Saturday, 9:30 a.m. As I said, I expect to see everyone in this room here this Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Also, Saturday was supposed to be the Expungement Summit. We had to cancel it with our attorneys. One of the attorneys' father passed away, and we had to reschedule the date. I will keep everyone posted as to when the next date of our Expungement Summit will happen. Hopefully in April. We're working on it, but I definitely will keep everyone posted. So many people have called that are interested in an Expungement Summit, and I'm looking forward to doing it, but I will keep everyone posted. So please, 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 look on Facebook for the Dolton Trustees page and also on my page, but I will keep everyone posted as to when the next date that we will have the Expungement Summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trustee Brown. Any additional comments or announcements? Okay. Yeah, Trustee Belcher.
Good evening, everyone. 88% is an avalanche, not a landslide. April 26th is a tentative date for Recycle for Dolton. I'll be hosting a Recycle Day for the Village of Dolton. Flyers will go out. The tentative date is April 26th. And then our prayer for Dolton, or since we've been doing it quarterly, will be April 23rd. April 23rd. Our prayer for Dolton, please watch out for that flyer too. What we've been doing is trying to stay in contact with the different churches in the community and go to each church every quarter. Bringing the church back into the community helps keep us engaged, and it also keeps us working with one another, because the village of Dolton really needs prayer, not just for what we've been going through, but for what is to come. So please keep those 2 dates, April 26th for Recycle and April 23rd for prayer for Dolton. That's all I have. And thank you to the residents of Dolton for giving me another 4 years, because I'm claiming it now.
Thank you, Trustee Belcher. I certainly will throw a vote your way now. Any additional announcements?
Yes, ma'am, you recognize me.
Absolutely, Trustee Norwood.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I just would like to say that I'm so happy to see everyone tonight. I'm just thankful for the residents, for your presence, for your love, for your hot cocoa a few weeks ago. Cheers. I just want you all to know that teamwork makes the dream work. You don't realize how simple something like a cup of coffee is when you're like really, really cold, right? But it really meant a lot. The weather is breaking, so we know that the season is changing. The Chicago Sky Game is coming up, right? So they're about to start playing again this year. If you are not subscribed to our Dolton Trustees page on YouTube, please do so for announcements. If you're not following my trustee Brittany Norwood page on Facebook, please do so that you can register in time, because typically the tickets go pretty fast, okay? And we all know that a family that goes to basketball games together stays together, okay? So thank you kindly, guys, and you're looking good.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Trustee Norwood. Go with my brother, Trustee Stan Brown.
I just like to say, the residents did speak, and that's good and understandable. I got an energetic board here. Tammy Brown had me in class today for 2.5 hours. So I gotta get my brain to working again. I just like to say, a date is coming that the pastor, myself, and Abundant Living Christian Center, we're looking at starting a fashion designer class for youth and adults. So that day is coming. We got some fashion designers that will be visiting us, so that'll be coming shortly. So if anyone like to do fashion designing, we're gonna put it together. So thanks again. Look like a lot of energy right here, so it looks like it's gonna be a good time. Happy Monday. Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Trustee Stan. A couple of comments from me. I do, as always, want to make sure that we acknowledge and thank our host at Dolton Park District for their continued and ongoing partnership, allowing us use of this space as many times as they have. So I know I want to acknowledge a commissioner. I think I saw President Commissioner Sandra Wells. Is Commissioner Wells present? Okay. Okay, well, she'll be coming in. I'm sure she's working as always. And I see the Park District President, Cleo Jones. Want to give him a round of applause. And I want to double down on that round of applause. If I hear it correctly, let me know you received the Joe Biden Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award this weekend. For all the hard work and efforts that he do. So I want to say thanks to those, Commissioner Kyle Rochelle, Commissioner Gail Towers, and Commissioner Willis Harris, if I hadn't seen them. So they're also members on that board. Thank you for your partnership. There was some talk about the upcoming. I want to just encourage everybody. Well, I want to thank everybody, of course, for coming out to vote. We reached approximately 4,500 votes. So the vote turnout is what is critical. It went up from about 2,900 to 4,500 residents being engaged and making sure that we care. We have an upcoming election April 1st, and we want to make sure that we continue to have engagement, everybody's voice be heard, no matter who you vote for. So make sure your voice is heard. That engagement and inclusion will mean a lot, not only for the city of Dolton or the village of Dolton. Also, it goes a long way into making sure that our population or our counts, we can get more resources into the community. A more engaged community brings more dollars, and Lord knows we're gonna need some of those. Again, thanks for all the encouragement, and I wanna highlight throughout the previous campaign or election, myself, of course, with our colleagues on the board, my running mates, really were encouraged by the support that we got. And what we really tried to embody and work to embody at all times is listening to the voice of the residents. The slogan "Clean House" came from a Dolton resident. It was Allison. Okay, I'm going to forget the name, but it's not Clerk Allison. It's a Dolton resident, Allison. As we talked about what's needed, it was brainstorming with former Commissioner Kevin Bowen that we came up with changing the narrative of Dolton. So this board is about making sure that we listen to the residents and we are able to actually take things and put them into action. That's really what we're here to do. The talent we know is already in this village. We just have to continue to band together. You're gonna forgive me because I'm drawing a blank on your last name. It was a wonderful woman here, right here. Mrs. Wheatley almost took my speech when she went up there. But I have to say that as we're talking about changing the narrative, we've all come together under one common goal and one common good. Many people are saying, let's see how they stick together now. Because in the wake of what we've gone through, there still is a lot of hurt and a lot of anger and a lot of frustration. Over the last 12 years, our village has always remained divided, board versus mayor. I think what made our most recent times is we made it community versus mayor, and that community extended into other states. And we want to always be mindful of what somebody else is going through. So if there's hard feelings with one another, we have to sit down together and learn how to talk it out. The board and myself, we will always remain here. We're going to continue the things that we've done well. We feel like Tea with the Trustees has been an overwhelming success. We're going to continue it. Trustee Belcher mentioned the night of prayer. That's going to continue to go. We see the activities that Trustee Tammy Brown is doing along with the expungement services, and honest to God, she is everywhere. Trustee Norwood, I'm surprised she's sitting still this long because she doesn't sit down, but she will be doing awesome things with the youth. And Trustee Stan Brown is committed to mowing every grass in the village of Dolton for free. Is that what I heard you say? Okay, I didn't hear it. He is committed to being a dedicated member with our Public Works Committee and other committees, as he's always been an active member of this community. So I'm saying that there's going to be some rough days ahead. So we're turning the curve, and we want to do it together and continue that same community spirit. I guess that's my message. So having said that, we're going to conclude now, and I'm going to move into the village clerk's report and turn over to Deputy Clerk Montgomery.
Good evening again, everyone. And I want to ask the board to approve the minutes for February 3rd, 2025 regular board meeting.
Okay, is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Okay, I heard a motion from Trustee Belcher. Is there a second?
I second.
Second, Trustee Norwood. Any discussion? Hearing none, Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Mayor Pro Tem House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stanley Brown.
Aye.
And Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Thank you, board. Motion passed.
Thank you very much. Next, we have the engineer's report. I do not see the engineer present with us this evening. I will pause for a brief moment. Now, we did not have any pre-planned reports right now, but I will open to any department heads if they would like to give a report. I know we're kind of putting you on the spot. I will take the responsibility as we're working through kind of a change. No reports were required from the department heads, but if anybody has it on their heart and spirit to come give a report, I'm sure you'll be welcome with open and loving arms.
Come as you are.
That's all right. The floor is now closed, and everybody save those hugs for the Board of Trustees and the Deputy Clerk. Next, we will go into corporate bills. So I will read into record here. First, the electronic warrant list for January 31st, 2025, with corporate payments of $136,581.10. Water fund register payments, $406,296.28. Total payments on this register, $542,877.38. Is there a motion to approve the electronic list as read?
I make a motion to approve the electronic warrant list.
Second. Okay, that was a close call. Okay, I'm gonna say. All right, well, motion, Trustee Kiana Belcher, second, Trustee Tammy Brown. Any discussion on this? Okay, hearing none, Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Mayor Pro Tem House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stanley Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, next we'll go to our corporate AP list, which is dated March 3rd, 2025, with corporate payments, $918,029.33. Gross payroll February 7th, $434,043.37. Gross payroll February 21st, $416,263.49. Melanie Fitness Center payments, $1,244.32. Total payments on this register, $1,769,580.51. Is there a motion to approve these bills?
Motion to accept it read.
Here are motions, Trustee Stan Brown. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion second by Trustee Norwood. Any discussion? And no discussion. Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Stanley Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, next we'll go into new business. Item A, a motion to approve resolution 25-001, proposing class 8 classification of certain property within the village, 44 East Sibley, Dolton, PIN number is red. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
There a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There a motion, trustee Belcher, second, trustee Norwood. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have discussion.
Okay, trustee Norwood.
I just want to state that in regards to the Class 8s, because I know that in the past, we've heard residents inquire regarding them. And I just want to make it known that our goal, we're discussing moving forward, and we're making plans to make our town whole. And we're doing so, the business sector is a very important part. So I think that our goal is to make sure that we can keep these businesses occupied. And the ones that are vacant, we can bring new businesses and we can bring new revenues back to our town. And providing other businesses with a Class 8 just makes it easier for them to stay, which would mean that we would have one less eyesore while we continue to rebuild what we have. And not only that, I would also like to make it known that my only suggestion to the businesses, and I hope that I can propose this or just suggest, is that we just make sure that as the board, as we're trying to make it easier for them, if they can just, in regards to the community, I know that it's a new business and they'll be hiring. If they can just keep it open to Dalton residents, that would be great for the community also, so that we can continue to build together. And we know that times are hard, so a lot of people are looking for jobs, and if they can find them in their own backyard, that'll be a plus also. That's it for me, Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, trustee Norwood. I will make a comment. As businesses come into this community, it'll be as much of a mandate as legally possible. So the mic doesn't look at me funny. That Dalton residents are hired, and we are working on community benefit agreements for new businesses as well. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Sure. Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, next item on the agenda is discussion and approval of the CDBG Capital Improvement Application Resolution 25-002. Is there a motion?
I'll motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
I'm starting to get nervous. Hearing a motion and second, any discussion?
I have a discussion, just the paperwork that came said 24, so I don't know if it was a typo or not for the application. Year 24, is Keith here? Because I looked at it afterwards. So I just wanted to make sure it was for the new year.
Okay. I think they were going to get him. Mike, is there a motion that we can make that will encompass?
We could make the motion to approve it and then correct the date if there's a typo.
All right. So the motion would be that we approve the ordinance and correct the date if typo is identified.
That's fine, I just wanted to.
Okay. Any additional discussion? Okay, Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, next item is item C, a motion to approve collective bargaining agreement between the Village of Dolton and Dolton Professional Firefighters Association Local 3766, beginning May 1st, 2020 through April 30th, 2027. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
Here, a motion, trustee Belcher, second, trustee Stan Brown. Any discussion? No discussion. Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, next up, we have item D, motion to approve global settlement agreement with Dolton Professional Firefighters Association Local 3766 to resolve pending grievances and matters before Labor Relations Board as outlined in the agreement. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
I heard motion, trustee Belcher, second trustee Norwood. Any discussion? Hearing none, deputy clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, next we have is item E, motion to approve collective bargaining agreement between the Village of Dolton and the Illinois FOP Labor Council representing the record technicians. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
Here, a motion, trustee Belcher, second trustee Stan Brown. Any discussion?
Yes.
Trustee Belcher?
This is just for clarity. We discussed it at the last board meeting. So this is to approve the records clerk for the police department's contract.
Okay.
That's it.
Any further discussion? All right, deputy clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next we have item F, direction to pay judgment entered in Nexstar Media versus the Village of Dolton, case 24CH5094, in the amount of $52,124.26. Is there a motion?
Actually, Mayor Pro Tem, there's no need to have a motion on this. I asked for this to be put on the agenda just as a matter of information for the general public. This is just to put on the agenda to advise the public that a judgment was entered against the Village of Dolton in the case that you just listed out. This is a FOIA case, and the reason I wanted it on the agenda and make everyone aware that although there's going to be a change in administration, unfortunately the next board and the residents of the village are going to be faced with cleaning up a number of matters that you're inheriting from the current administration. This is a result of a FOIA dating back to late of 2023, wherein Nexstar Media issued a FOIA request looking for Mayor Henyard's credit card statements, the leases for her security detail, and payroll records for Mayor Henyard for the year of 2023. Obviously, these are all records and information that are generally available at the Village Hall, easily obtainable, but for reasons that I don't think need to be stated, the records were not turned over, despite a number of requests by Nexstar Media. In fact, there was a change of who the FOIA officer was at the time at the Village of Dolton in an effort to block the information from going out. And unfortunately, they had to file a lawsuit, and they won their lawsuit. With these FOIA requests, if they're not answered in a timely manner, and if it's shown to be not answered in a deliberate or bad faith manner, they're entitled to their attorney's fees. So the village has to pay out of this dollar amount a $2,500 penalty, which is minimal, although there should be no payment if the records are just turned over. But the village is stuck with a bill of attorney's fees for Nexstar Media in the amount of $49,624.26. So that's what brings it up to the $52,000. So because these records were not turned over, which again, it's a matter of simple record keeping in the village. The records were available. There's no reason not to have turned these documents over. The taxpayers are going to end up having to pony up $52,000. So I just wanted everyone to be made aware of that and why that's on there, rather than just people being FOIA'd or become aware of the judgment against the village. I think they're deserving of some background information. Unfortunately, I think you inherited a number of other litigation cases, a number of FOIA cases, and we're working forward to get those resolved, but it's going to cost the village money.
Okay. Thanks for that update, Attorney McGrath. So I think we'll go next into the motion to override Mayor Henyard's de facto veto of Pablo Cafe's liquor license. Is there a motion to override this de facto veto?
I make a motion.
Okay, is there a second? Second. There a motion, Trustee Belcher, second, Trustee Stanley Brown. I'll ask, you want to elaborate on this? I'll ask Attorney McGrath to elaborate something.
If I can, I apologize for my voice. I think I'm losing it from singing last Tuesday night. But in any event, we had to go to court many months ago to obtain a preliminary injunction to allow the mayor pro tem to sign checks to make payments where or when Mayor Henyard and her administration refused to make payments for items that were approved. We've now learned that there's a number of locations, businesses that are not getting their business licenses or liquor licenses either renewed or signed off on, even though they're qualified and able to have liquor licenses. One example is Pablo's Cafe, which Mayor Henyard's administration moved to terminate their liquor license a couple of years ago. Pablo's Cafe appealed that to the Illinois Liquor Control Commission, which ruled last August that they were entitled to have their local liquor license. Despite the state ruling last August that Pablo's was entitled to have a liquor license, Mayor Henyard and her administration refused to grant or sign off on any liquor licenses. So we went back to court in the last couple of weeks, and Judge Cohen allowed us to extend or make the preliminary injunction broader to allow the mayor pro tem to sign off on liquor licenses where they're entitled to have such a liquor license. So Pablo's liquor license was prepared, sat on the mayor's desk for a couple of weeks. She refused to sign the liquor license. So, pardon me, Judge Cohen views actions like that as being a de facto veto of the liquor license. So we have to follow certain steps and let the public know and put it on an agenda that the board is acting to override the de facto veto by Mayor Henyard and not signing Pablo's Cafe. So with this motion, if it is approved, the mayor pro tem can sign Pablo's liquor license after this meeting, rather.
All right, and Attorney McGrath, let me, just for clarity, if the board were to not move forward, then that would put us at another losing lawsuit. Am I correct on that?
Pablo's Cafe has a current lawsuit against the village based upon the actions of Mayor Henyard. This does not remedy or take care of that case completely. That case is continuing. Hopefully we can resolve that in short order. But this will allow Pablo's Cafe to have their local liquor license and then open up once they comply with all of their code sections.
Okay, thank you very much. Any further discussion? Did we motion a second? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Trustee Belcher?
No, I'm saying yes with motion.
Okay, so with that being said, I'll ask Deputy Clerk, please to call the roll on this item.
Sure. Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee Stanley Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, and then we have item H, which is the approval of settlement in Karen Johnson versus Village of Dolton. Case described in the agenda in the amount of $35,000. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, hearing a motion by Trustee Belcher, second by Trustee Norwood. Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee Stan Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. And at this point, we have already completed executive session. We have reached the conclusion of our agenda. I will ask for, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Hearing a motion, Trustee Dolton, second Trustee Stan Brown. Please call the roll.
Trustee Stanley Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
All right.
Motion passed, meeting adjourned at 8 p.m.
Okay, I think somebody asked what Amir's channel was. He has like 1,000 channels. I'll post them on this video. See, he over here trying to take pictures of me. A whole mess. Thank you guys for tuning back in. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'll be going live with Vivian tomorrow evening at 7. We have an investigation on her channel. So if you guys want to tune in to Vivian's channel tomorrow, we have an investigation, and we'll be doing part 1 on her channel and part 2 on mine. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, thank you for supporting this channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I will get possibly some interviews with some other people. Lots of people here don't want to talk on camera, and that's because the current administration is still in office. So I'll do what I can. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next time.
Mary, Estelle, who is this?